Welcome! Today, we're diving into the vibrant world of Colombian street art. This isn't just about beautiful landscapes or delicious food, though you'll get a taste of both. We're on a treasure hunt for stories told on walls, from Bogotá's historic alleys to Medellin's transformed hillsides and the sun-drenched Caribbean coast. Every mural, every splash of color is a piece of Colombia's soul, history, struggle, hope, and joy. So grab your walking shoes and get ready to be amazed. Let's go find some art. Our first stop is Bogotá, high in the mountains, where the streets of La Candelaria explode with color. Here, street art isn't just decoration. It's a living history book open to everyone. Artists use spray paint and brushes to tell stories of indigenous wisdom, political struggles, and Colombia's wild biodiversity. One mural shows a jaguar, its spots echoing the Amazon story. The community reveres these artists, often stopping to watch them work. Every alley becomes a gallery, no ticket required, just open eyes. One mural honors Colombia's farmers, a man holding a coffee bean, his face a mix of pride and hardship. Bogotá is a global hub for street art, attracting artists from around the world. In Bogotá, art is for everyone, transforming the city into a living, breathing museum. It's the perfect start to our journey. Onward! Welcome to Comuna 13. Once infamous, now a symbol of hope. Outdoor escalators reveal powerful murals at every level. The art tells stories of pain, resilience, and new beginnings. A young artist paints a bird breaking free. This is us. This is Comuna 13. The energy is electric. Kids breakdancing, hip-hop echoing, locals sharing stories. The community is a canvas. Bright houses, lively cafes, and art everywhere. Medellín proves creativity can transform even the darkest places. It's a celebration of life. Let's keep exploring. Next stop, the Caribbean coast. Ready? Let's go. We've arrived in Cartagena's Getsemani, just outside the famous walled city. Once gritty, now the coolest neighborhood in Colombia, thanks to its street art. Colonial buildings overflow with bougainvillea, their walls adorned with intimate personal murals. The art here celebrates Getsemani's Afro-Caribbean heritage, portraits of local residents, fruit sellers, community leaders, domino players. It's a tribute to living culture, putting everyday people front and center. The colors pop under the Caribbean sun, turquoise, yellow, magenta. Murals of palanqueras and tropical birds reflect the rhythm of coastal life. Artists cleverly incorporate doorways and windows, making the whole street an interactive installation. The creativity is boundless. Plaza de la Trinidad is the heart of the neighborhood, quiet by day, alive at night, surrounded by art. The square becomes the community's living room, the murals its wallpaper. Residents take pride in the art, caring for the murals and keeping them pristine. The annual Street Art Festival draws visitors, but the art remains for the people. Getsemani's authenticity endures, even as it gains fame. Here, art lives and breathes with the community. It's not confined to galleries, it's woven into daily life. Walking these streets feels like being let in on a secret. The neighborhood's soul is on display for all to see. The art is cherished, never defaced. It's a magical place, full of color and life. Cartagena's modern soul shines through its murals. The vibe is infectious. You can't help but feel part of something special. Ready for more? Let's head to Cali. The rhythm awaits. Welcome to Cali, the world capital of salsa, and a city where street art has a powerful voice. In San Antonio, art gets political. The murals here are sharp, direct, and unafraid, responding to protests, inequality, and environmental issues. One mural honors victims of conflict, their faces painted with dignity and sorrow. Art here is activism, sparking conversation and challenging the powerful. Murals of indigenous leaders demand attention, speaking out for land rights and cultural protection. But there's joy, too. Salsa dancers in motion, vibrant flora and fauna, all celebrating Cali's passion for life. Styles range from detailed portraits to bold, graphic designs, giving the neighborhood the feel of a living newspaper. The urgency is palpable, art that needs to be seen now. At the top of the hill, a park overlooks the city, surrounded by murals and young people making music. San Antonio is Cali's creative heart, a space for expression and community. The art embodies the city's spirit, passionate, rhythmic, unafraid of hard truths, but always full of life. It dances, sings, and shouts for change. Here, art is a tool for transformation. The neighborhood pulses with creativity. Every wall tells a story. The energy is contagious. Cali's murals are a testament to resilience and joy. They demand to be seen and heard. Let's keep moving. Next, we head back to the coast. Barranquilla awaits. Let's go! We're in Barranquilla, home of Colombia's legendary carnival. And the spirit of celebration is everywhere in Barrio Abajo. The murals here are an explosion of color and energy, depicting Carnival's iconic characters, Marimonda, Monocuco, Cumbia dancers. It's a visual encyclopedia of the city's most important cultural event. Traditional and modern styles blend, folkloric depictions beside graffiti-inspired twists. The art highlights the neighborhood's historic houses, enhancing their character. Some murals cleverly mimic the building's original architecture. The artists respect the neighborhood's heritage, making the art feel like a natural extension. Beyond Carnival, murals honor Barranquilla's famous sons and daughters, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Shakira, and more. The city's pride is painted on its walls. The Kill Art Festival brings artists from everywhere, transforming entire blocks with monumental works. The scale is breathtaking. Murals so big you need to step back to take them in. The art revitalizes historic areas, reinforcing their cultural importance. The energy is raw and joyful, less about protest, more about pure celebration. It's about identity, music, dance, and storytelling. The color palette is bold and bright, capturing the exuberant spirit of Carnival. In Barrio Abajo, the party never stops. The parade continues on the walls all year. The joy is infectious, just like the beat of cumbia drifting from every doorway. Barranquilla's murals are a celebration of life. You can't help but smile as you walk these streets. The city's creative spirit is on full display. Ready for something new? Let's head inland to Bucaramanga. Welcome to Bucaramanga, the city of parks, a place where street art is just beginning to bloom. The scene here is young, raw, and full of energy. Unlike other cities, murals are scattered throughout downtown, turning ordinary streets into a citywide gallery. It's like a scavenger hunt. Unexpected masterpieces appear around every corner. Themes are diverse: nature, local birds, ants, and the stunning Chicamoca Canyon. The art celebrates the environment and sparks conversations about social issues, women's rights, education, mental health. The city supports public art, commissioning artists to transform drab walls into vibrant canvases. One standout project murals on overpass columns, turning a gray space into a tunnel of color. Each column showcases a different style, making every walk or drive an artistic experience. The momentum is building. Students and locals are excited, proud of their city's new identity. Bucaramanga is becoming a destination for street art, and we're witnessing its rise. The passion and talent are undeniable. The movement is spreading beyond the big cities. Art is giving Bucaramanga a new sense of pride and coolness. The future of Colombian street art is here. We're lucky to see it unfold. Let's keep exploring. Next stop, the Caribbean coast. Taganga awaits. Let's go. Our final stop is Taganga, a laid-back fishing village near Santa Marta. Here, art is small, rustic, and woven into daily life, on hostels, dive shops, and restaurant doors. The murals reflect the ocean sea turtles, colorful fish, coral reefs, all inspired by nearby Tayrona National Park. Art here is a reminder of the natural wonders just offshore. Indigenous influences are strong. Kogi symbols and portraits honor the region's ancient cultures. The art feels handmade and authentic, created out of pure love for painting. Kids add their own touches, making it a true community effort. The vibe is relaxed. Wander the dusty streets, discover little gems at every turn. The art whispers, inviting you to slow down and appreciate the details. It's the perfect antidote to city bustle. On the beach at sunset, murals echo the beauty of the bay. In Taganga, art and life are completely intertwined. The murals are a reflection of the village's simple, beautiful reality. It's a fitting end to our journey. From Bogotá's heights to Medellín's hills, Barranquilla's carnival to Taganga's tranquil bay, we've seen how art tells history, heals, debates, and celebrates. Here it reminds us of our connection to nature. What an inspiring adventure. Thank you for joining me. One last look at the sea and the art that lives beside it. Until next time. What a journey! In Colombia, art isn't just in museums, it's on the streets for everyone. It's a conversation, a celebration, a protest, and a prayer, painted for the world to see. Thank you for joining me on this colorful quest. If you enjoyed this adventure, please subscribe for more stories and discoveries. Stay curious, stay inspired, and always leave room for art. Until our next adventure, thank you.